Welcome back to Anna's Beauty Secrets. In this video, I show you how to do this Halloween Cleopatra makeup. This is definitely a very detailed tutorial, and you'll see why in a bit, but I have to say that this is my favorite Halloween makeup tutorial I've ever done. So I really hope you like it, and if you want to see how to do this look step by step, please keep watching. So we are starting with erasing the tails of the brows with a glue stick. This was my first time doing this with my brows and it worked really well. So I'm just gluing them down in the direction the hair grows, brushing them with a spoolie, and then packing loose powder right on top with a powder puff. And to cancel out that blue hue, I first added orange concealer and then added my foundation on top. Again, packing on some more powder. Priming my eyes and setting them, of course. I added more powder on the brow just so that it blended onto my lid some more. I'm first tracing out my crease with a black pencil, and I'm being very light-handed when doing this just because I want to make sure it will blend easily later. And because I had more lid space, I drew a very dramatic winged out crease, as you can see. With a defined crease brush, I'm taking Makeup Geek's Frappe over that black line as the first transition shade. And then we're taking Cocoa Bear and deepening the crease a little bit more. And we're going to be adding more of this shade later. I'm using a black gel pencil over that black line to really cut that crease. And what I like is this pencil is super blendable. It won't set right away. I'm taking Makeup Geek's Corrupt Shadow and blending that onto the black gel liner, adding little product at first and then building as I go. You definitely want to use a small detailed brush when doing this just so that product stays in that crease area so it's more precise and clean. You can really take this shade up to where you want, and that's how thick I went with the shadow, but we are going to blend it even more with Makeup Geek's Mocha. I'm just adding that shade between the black and warm brown shades so they blend seamlessly. I'm adding tape to the edge of my eye for the winged liner we're going to be doing later. And for the lid shade, I'm first packing on the foiled shadow Magic Act dry, and then I wet my brush with Fix Plus and added more shadow, just so that lid really pops and shines. I'm adding more Cocoa Bear to the crease, more around my erased brow, so I can start that process of blending the area as part of my sort of extended lid. It all comes together once I draw my new brow on. For liner, I'm just doing a thin line and then really taking that wing out. It's not so much a thick wing either, but of course you can do that if you like, and the tape is a lifesaver when doing this. Now this is where the small details start. I'm taking more of the Corrupt Shadow on a small brush and blending it more onto the lid. So I'm sort of deepening the outer V and at the same time thickening that winged liner. I'm then adding Magic Act to the space between the two lines. Oh, and you really want to make that outer V as black as you can make it. Cleaning up around the edges of the black, and onto the brows, the fun part. So I really wanted a dramatic, straight Star Trek brow, so I'm first tracing it out with a dark brown eyebrow pencil from Sigma. Filling in the inner part, and then because the glue was sort of dry where I erased my brow, I found it easier to fill it in with brown gel liner, and I'm using Mobster from Makeup Geek. I'm also using an angled brush from Sigma. Touching up that crease shade a little bit, and onto blending that out with Makeup Geek's Beaches and Cream. For brow highlight, I'm using a foiled shadow from Makeup Geek, and then I added Ice Queen right on top. Mascara, of course, and then priming my face with Benefit's Porefessional. For foundation, I'm using Chi Chi's Fabulous and Flawless Foundation in Beige, and I want it to be a little more tan, so that's why I used a darker shade of foundation. To highlight, I'm using Maybelline's Age Rewind and then blending it out with the Beauty Blender. Setting it with Anastasia's Banana and Vanilla under my eyes, and then, of course, MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus to set the rest of my face. Now for that dramatic winged liner on the inner corners. I found that using an angled liner brush was much easier just because it has that thin point. I know Cleopatra originally has some shades of blue on the lid, so I wanted to incorporate that somehow. So why not on the lower lash line as a pop of color? I'm first lining my lower lash line and then adding Makeup Geek's Pegasus on top. Adding black gel liner to my waterline, and this is optional, but I really wanted to go all out with this look, so I'm adding some glitter in between the two black lines and only taking it on that crease, not on the lid fully. And then I added even more glitter on the lower lash line. Who doesn't love glitter? Doing my usual highlight and contour routine, I'm contouring my nose with Anastasia's Fawn and then highlighting down the bridge of my nose with sand. I think it's only fitting to use Iconic from House of Lashes for my top lashes, and I'm so sorry I'm out of frame, but I'm using Honey from Evermore Lashes for my bottom lashes. To bronze up my face, I'm using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced, then taking Milani's Luminoso onto my cheeks, and Champagne Pop totally fits this look for my highlight. Again, this is optional, but I decided to add gold rhinestones that I got from Joann's right below my brow. I'm adding clear lash glue and then placing the rhinestone with a tweezer. I really think this topped off the look. For lips, I'm lining them with Zooey Organics Lip Liner in Berry, and then I added LA Girl's Matte Flat Pigment Gloss in Secret on top. And we are done. That is the final look. I had so much fun doing this for you guys. I hope this gives you some inspiration for Halloween. Please like, thumbs up, and leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Halloween, everyone!